Right now we're standing in the epicenter of the COVID outbreak.
George Escobar with CASA is talking about Langley Park. The largely immigrant community has been hard hit during the pandemic and is in much need of assistance. It's the highest Maryland zip code in infections, unemployment, and economic impacts of COVID-19. He says it's a difficult time to engage people regarding the census.
Traditionally, it's all about face-to-face interactions. It's about working in the community. It's about door knocking. It's about doing house parties and doing different events at the actual location, in people's homes.
It might be 30% response rate. How do you get it up to even be at a minimum at the 2010 levels?
Yeah, no, I'm sure we're going to surpass those numbers.
Daniel Jones says from the beginning, the U.S. Census Bureau knew that Langley Park would require additional attention. Jones says he's confident that census outreach efforts will bring Langley Park's population count to at least 2010 numbers.
We're counting the people in Langley Park because they're calling in, but that might not be reflected in the response rate because they did not do that themselves. The Census Bureau actually gathered the information for them. So when they come to the mobile questionnaire assistance center or they call it in, then it is a way that you might not see the numbers at the census tract level, but you will see those numbers at the overall response rate.
Less than 50% of Langley Park residents actually filled out their 2010 census forms. That low response rate prompted a concerted effort to increase those numbers in the 2020 census. But no one predicted a pandemic disrupting that effort. We asked people in Langley Park whether they have actually filled out their census forms. About half refused to chat with us.
¿Has llenado los formas de census?
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Ya lo hiciste?
Sí. Llegaron a la casa.
Some said they had already filled out the forms or someone in the household had done it or was expected to.
¿Has llenado las formas del censo? ¿Vas a hacerlo?
Sí,
¿Sí?
correcto.
¿Cuándo lo haces?
No, porque yo vivo con la hija mía, ella es que tiene que hacerlo.
¿Vas a llenar el censo, las formas del censo?
Sí, ya lo llenó mi papá.
This man says living on the streets has prevented him from completing the form.
When I'm out here, I'm not home. Sorry, I'm not home, so I really can't say what I do at the moment because I haven't even got myself together completely.
President Trump had initially tried to add a citizenship question to the 2020 census, but failed. But did that effort instill fear in the community?
They're not afraid of the census. They simply saying, hey, what happens to the data? Once we explain to these people in Langley Park and other areas what happens to the data, how it's safe and secure, they willingly come to our NQAs and provide the data. They come and say, hey, I'm ready to give the information. Not only that, but I've seen like last weekend, I had like other family members inviting other people, hey, come to the census. They're here, give the information. They're willing to help us.
Each person counted brings in more than $18,000 each year for 10 years for the community.
Regardless of what the obstacles are, this is a community that needs to be not underrepresented or overrepresented in the census. There's no question that this is where those resources are most needed. This is where the highest number of uninsured people live in the entire state. This is where the highest number of low-wage workers reside. This is where the schools are the most overcrowded. So there's no question that this is the exact community where we should be investing those resources that the census is supposed to be highlighting.
Patricia Vallone, CTV News.